In today's world, the spectre of nuclear testing looms large. But how much do we really know about the current state of nuclear testing around the globe? The history of nuclear testing is as explosive as the devices themselves. With the first nuclear weapon test conducted by the United States in 1945 marking the beginning of an era, over 2,000 nuclear test explosions have been conducted by at least 8 nations since then. From the United States to the Soviet Union, from France to the United Kingdom, China, India, Pakistan and North Korea, these nations have all contributed to the history of nuclear tests. Even South Africa once held nuclear weapons, but chose to voluntarily relinquish them, a unique case in the annals of nuclear history. These tests have been conducted in various locations worldwide, including the United States, Australia, China, India, Kazakhstan, North Korea, Russia and Pakistan. The tests have taken different forms. Some were detonated in the atmosphere while the majority were conducted underground. The largest nuclear explosion in history was the Soviet Union's Tsar Bomba in 1961, a yield 3,300 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. This staggering figure underscores the immense power and potential devastation these weapons hold. But the consequences of nuclear testing are not just immediate and catastrophic. They're also long-term and insidious, with increased cancer rates and radioactive contamination of land being among the most devastating effects. Even decades after a test, the land can remain poisoned, unusable, a silent testament to the power unleashed. As of early 2022, 9 countries possess approximately 12,700 nuclear warheads, with Russia and the United States owning the majority. This fact underscores the ongoing importance and relevance of nuclear weapons on the global stage. As we can see, the impact of nuclear tests is far-reaching and profound, with consequences that affect us all. Now let's turn our attention to China. Recent satellite images show increased activity at their nuclear test site in Lop Nur, suggesting potential escalation in their nuclear testing capabilities. China's nuclear history is a tale of relentless ambition and scientific prowess. It all began on October 16, 1964, when the nation conducted its inaugural nuclear test at Lop Nur, a site of historical significance in China's nuclear program. This marked its entry into the exclusive club of nuclear-armed nations. Fast forward to today, and Lop Nur is buzzing with activity once more. The latest satellite imagery, meticulously examined by experts, reveals new constructions that indicate a potential ramp-up in China's nuclear testing capabilities. From a modest site in the mid-20th century, Lop Nur has evolved into a sophisticated complex. The landscape is now dotted with security fences and structures suitable for handling high explosives. The satellite images also reveal the construction of a new airbase near the site and multiple shafts burrowing into hill features. A towering drilling rig, approximately 90 feet tall, stands as a testament to China's unwavering commitment to its nuclear program. China's nuclear arsenal has also seen exponential growth over the years. A little over a decade ago, China had about 50 intercontinental ballistic missiles. By 2028, it is expected to deploy over 1,000 ballistic missile launchers, including at least 507 nuclear-capable launchers. This rapid expansion of China's nuclear capabilities is not happening in a vacuum. It is part of a larger global landscape of nuclear weapons testing, with countries like the United States, Russia, France and the United Kingdom having conducted numerous tests over the years. The expansion of China's nuclear arsenal is a development that has significant implications for global security. It's a story of a nation's rise to power, of scientific milestones, and of a world grappling with the realities of nuclear proliferation. So, how does China's growing nuclear arsenal stack up against those of other countries? Let's take a comparative dive into the nuclear capabilities of some of the world's most formidable nations. When it comes to the sheer number of tests conducted, the United States has historically led the pack, closely followed by the former Soviet Union, now Russia. France, the UK and China have also conducted a significant number of nuclear tests, with India, Pakistan and North Korea joining the nuclear club in more recent years. Focusing on the types of tests conducted, we find an intriguing variety. Nuclear explosions can be detonated in the atmosphere or underground, with most tests being conducted underground due to their less destructive and radioactive impacts on the environment. Now let's talk size. The size of each country's nuclear arsenal, that is. As of the early 2020s, 9 countries possess approximately 12,700 nuclear warheads, with Russia and the US owning the majority. China, on the other hand, which had about 50 intercontinental ballistic missiles just over a decade ago, is now expected to deploy over 1,000 ballistic missile launchers by 2028. This includes at least 507 nuclear-capable launchers. India, with an arsenal considerably smaller than China's, relies more on computer simulations for predicting the yields of any nuclear weapons that it designs. This is a stark contrast to China's approach, which seems to be gearing up for comprehensive nuclear tests or possibly subcritical nuclear explosions at the Lopnur site. As we've seen, the global landscape of nuclear weapons is complex and ever-changing. The growth of China's nuclear arsenal is a development that warrants close attention from the international community. Before we conclude, let's recap the key points we've discussed today. We've explored the current state of global nuclear testing, with nations like the US, Russia, and China expanding their test sites. We've delved into China's rapidly growing nuclear arsenal, hinting at an escalation in their nuclear testing capabilities. We've seen how a once modest test site at Lopnur has evolved into a sophisticated complex, reflecting China's strategic growth. In comparison to the world, China's nuclear arsenal is expanding at an alarming rate, with a projection to deploy over 1,000 ballistic missile launchers by 2028. In this ever-evolving landscape of nuclear power, vigilance and awareness remain our best defense. Stay informed, stay safe, and thank you for watching.